Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today, we are going to be talking about Casper. Can you guys feel it? The friendly ghost is finally making some waves throughout the market. I'm very excited. We have been hitting some of our major targets on the board. We're going to be talking about that. We're also going to be talking about what to expect as well as we do kind of move forward on. And with that being said, before we fully jump into this video, if you guys are a Casper holder, definitely smash that like button as it does help the channel grow immensely and I do greatly appreciate it. So we are seeing a lot of the market kind of bouncing back strongly from that bear market that we entered, right? CNBC and a whole bunch of other news outlets were saying that we were in a bear market. We knew that we weren't, so of course we were buying the dip. And, Casper gave a lot of people a great opportunity. But of course, we are seeing tomorrow being our monthly candle close. We just went over our weekly candle close. So, right now we're watching a lot of what's happening throughout the market, specifically Bitcoin and Ethereum, watching those two closely as we do head into the monthly candle close. But of course, we have to talk about Casper because Casper looks like it's going to be having its largest monthly candle close since we're talking about like all the way back in August. I mean, look at the price that we're currently at. We are well over those August highs actually, and this is actually the highest candle close. If we can continue this momentum, this will be the highest candle close since around June. So this is pretty interesting. Trading volume up 76.94%. We are almost up $100 million in market cap in less than 1 day. So, Casper's making some big waves. I've told you guys that this is only the beginning because it only is the beginning. Look at the chart. Look at the chart. So obviously we got into these assets, or I should say this asset, very early on. As mentioned previously, I told you guys a lot of those points at entry. We've talked about it at 8 cents. We talked about it at 9 cents, 10 cents, 11 cents, and I continue to talk to you guys about it because it is still extremely undervalued. We did cross about 23 cents today. Couldn't hold it too much, but of course, I don't think that's going to be too hard to actually break over. We're going to be discussing that. But with that in mind, before we fully jump in this video, I just want to let you guys know that the Ultimate Crusader Trading Bundle Pack is no longer on sale. And I do apologize for this, but I will be having this sale continue going on at some point in time. I might do a little bit of a Cyber Monday deal. I don't know if this sale is actually... All right, so it is over, yeah. But overall, I think I might extend the sale. I think I'm going to do... maybe like a 25%, 45%, something like that off sale on the Ultimate Crusader Trading Bundle Pack. That will most likely start today for anybody who is interested in that. Of course, you guys can find all that content on NCashOfficial.com. The Ultimate Crusader Trading Bundle Pack is the best deal for your buck because it does include everything on the website as well as all future content for free. I do plan on launching a lot more content here shortly once I do find a little bit more time. But of course, this does include my Casper Network long-term and short-term exit plan, as well as I'm going to be uploading my Casper Network targets as well, and pretty much where I could see Casper going. But you guys already know those targets, but I want to give you guys those main points at which I'm going to be selling as well. But that is included in that video, so maybe not. I'll see what I could do. But anyways, let's talk about Casper because we have been seeing a lot of stuff happening within the ecosystem, but I'm more so, focused on the price. We're talking about higher lows since November 15th. Okay, we have been making some, and actually it's technically October 27th. Since that date, we have been putting in higher lows, and it looks just absolutely beautiful. I cannot lie to you guys. This is probably one of the most bullish charts in this, space right now. Of course, a back test of support is a little bit expected. We could come back down to this point and retest this support at about 2072. But overall, I'm still very bullish. I really, even a pullback down to 1942 would be accepted. It doesn't matter to me. But I do suspect that our next major target is 24 cents. I think that this is the point where we will pretty much range to. We are hitting some resistance at 23 cents as expected because look at 23 cents. We hit resistance on June 23rd. We also hit that resistance almost on the 8th of August. But we are at some nice levels currently. Obviously, we are pretty much ranging to go much higher here. I'm waiting for the next major point at which we flip support, which I suspect will be the 24 centile range once we do break over 23 cents, because we have found support strongly at about 2070, which is also the level at which we found support going back to the 22nd and the 23rd. Of course, that did not hold as we did break down below it. But I am still looking for those higher targets to be met. And, after 23 cents around that point, we target 30 cents plus. And I suspect that we get there very fast. Overall, the point that I'm trying to make in terms of these targets that we are watching for is that these are bare minimum targets that will essentially be targeted very, very fast. When we're talking about the weekly chart, just look at the weekly chart for this asset. It's beautiful. We are so early because we have so many higher targets to be met here. On the weekly, these high targets up here, which is essentially resistance, could be around 60.5 cents. On the daily, though, we know that 60.5 centile range is really nothing too crazy. When we're looking at some higher targets being like $1.50 plus, we know that up here at $4.38, that's where things really get interesting, especially for Casper. So I'm watching the charts very closely. We've been talking about these targets for a fairly long time, and like I said, we're very early, and the Bitcoin pair is showing us very strong support here as well. Looks like we could be holding the 363 sat level, but it looks like we are going to be testing some higher targets here shortly. Those higher targets on the Bitcoin pair, once we do break over this point here, which of course is a resistance going back to July 5th and July 6th, which is around the 400 sat level. Once that is met, we target much higher. And once we get over the August 7th and August 8th, top levels here, which you could argue that's 423 sats, but I'm talking about the tippy top of these candles. It's 503 sats, and the highest target, or I should say the highest wick, is 530 sats. So, like I said, a ton left in the gas tank for Casper. Also, we are seeing here, Casper seeing resistance at the 786 fib. If we close above 19.8 cents, next target is 23.2 cents. And then, of course, the moon. So we have a lot of targets to be met still, but we are pretty much over those main points. And we've had some of the largest candle closes that we've ever seen on Casper. I suspect that if we could close at around the range that we're at now today, expect some bullish movements. We also see here Ethereum 3.0 is already ready. Many projects started to be built on Casper. A big city is being built. Wouldn't you like to be in this big city? Casper is coming. Here is Ethereum 3.0. Here is Web 3.0. We have big hands. Are we ready for the top 100 soon? And yes, we aren't even in the top 100 yet. We're at number 150. The upside potential here is absolutely crazy. Just so you guys know, okay? And this is where a lot of people kind of, don't understand how early we are. We would have to have Ravencoin's market cap to be in the top 100. Just so you guys know, at Ravencoin's market cap, we would be worth 44 cents, which I know might not sound like a lot to people, but that's just the top 100. Okay, and 44 cents puts us well above my 41.31 level here that we're targeting. And essentially, 45 cents is a little bit of a resistance point as well up here, but I don't think that is going to be too hard to break at all. And like I said, we are very, very early, and there's a lot of money to be made here. We also see here Casper weekly golden cross on the way. Guys, are you prepared for what's about to happen? I don't think people are aware of what is happening right now, let alone what is going to be happening here very soon. I'm telling you guys. Look at this, right? Casper's hitting a $1 target faster than people think. I give it 2 months. I honestly give it, even earlier. We even see here, if we get more listings, I give it till the end of December. Honestly, we could probably hit it even faster. The FOMO on this could be absolutely parabolic, especially with some of the things that are going to be happening very soon. We talk about Casper Pad and stuff like that. But also we do see here, AWS reInvent is starting today. Don't miss. Parliker, I hope that I said that right, speaking on Wednesday on how Casper is the ideal blockchain for enterprise-grade solutions. I'm very excited for this because I do think that a lot of the things that we will pretty much see from this overall, meeting, or I shouldn't even say meeting, but it's sort of like just a talk. I think that this is going to be pretty interesting because this is from Amazon Web Services reInvent. It's essentially their, pretty much, it's like almost a speaking place for a lot of the discussions on what's happening within the Casper ecosystem, what's happening within the blockchain ecosystem. And I honestly do believe that Casper is the ideal blockchain for enterprise-grade solutions. They are really building themselves well above the competition. I do think that they are pretty much getting bigger and bigger than Ethereum as the day goes on. And in terms of Casper, right? I've already talked to you guys about where we would be with Ethereum's market cap, and it looks beautiful. I got to tell you guys that. Now, of course, we also see here Casper. Who doesn't want to be part of this? Strong things are being built on top of it. And, of course, we are talking about Casper Pad, right? Casper Pad, they are launching in December. December 3rd is also for the AMM from, I think it was Ghostly Friends or something like that, or something similar to that. I know, I forgot the name of it. I apologize, but it doesn't matter, right? Because we are still seeing things being launched within this month, and I'm very excited for it. And we do see our Casper Pad is the first Casper-supported decentralized launchpad built to launch next-level projects on the Casper network. Now, this is coming very, very soon in December. So expect a lot of stuff to happen in December. I think that once a lot of these projects are pretty much launched, that is where we do see these three being a part of the team and pretty much launching Casper trading on all three. Also, KuCoin, right? So we see Binance, Coinbase, Gemini, and KuCoin. There's a few other ones, right? Crypto.com has us listed, but it's not, I don't think that you could trade on it. So, there is still a lot of listings to be made for Casper, and that's why I say, at our current price evaluation, we could still see much higher targets met very soon. Also, we are seeing some green across the board for social metrics. We see social dominance growing 21.4%. We also see social engagement growing 5.6%. Social volume is still down. Social contributors are still down. All this stuff is pretty, at the same point that we're talking about, being early. This still shows us that we're early. I know that there is still some green across the board, but it's nothing too crazy because, first off, I'm still number 3 in terms of the most influential, and there's not a lot of people talking about this. Besides Kevin Cage and a few other individuals, there's really not too many people talking about Casper, and that just tells me how early we actually are. Once a lot of people kind of find out about Casper at a $1 billion market cap, just so you guys know, at $1 billion in market cap, this is where essentially we would be, just so you guys know. So here's 1 billion, we would be at 38 cents. I think that that's where a lot of people are going to catch on to what Casper is doing. And then, of course, at a $10 billion market cap, that's 16x from our current prices. So I don't know. I mean, realistically speaking, I've always said $4 to $7. At $4, it's an upside potential of 17x. At $7, it's 30x. And of course, a lot of people are saying $10 could be possible. That's 43x. Just imagine if we could be at, Dogecoin's market cap. Just so you guys know, that would absolutely be crazy to say the least. But again, that is around the $10 range. It's not too unlikely. But of course, we still are early in terms of what Casper is doing. So, I believe that we need a little bit more time to get to $10. But of course, I will welcome it with open hands. I think that 2022 and the next month in December is going to be absolutely crazy for Casper. And I'm very excited to be a part of this with all of you. I hope that you all bought the dip when you guys were able to. And of course, in terms of Casper, I hope that you all have been listening to what I've been telling you guys about Casper, because it is still a very early gem, and it has 100x opportunity written all over it from our entry points, especially long term. In the long term span of things, we could easily do a 1000x from our entry points. So with that in mind, I hope that you all enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.